Hi guys, Mulos here. So today's video, we're going to do a fundraiser for my tree planting and seedling giveaway campaign for next year. So 2025 is going to be year 3 of giving away seedlings, and then it's also going to be an expansion in that we're going to start planting. So as usual, let me show the seedlings that I have, explain a little bit, and then also why this time around I'm doing a fundraiser and it's not coming from out of pocket. So let's start with the seedlings that are there. All right, so these are my tamarind seedlings. They are about 600 to 700 which are here. We're going to do the full count before the end of the year. We're going to do a full count so that we can start giving them away next year. So this time around we're trying to change. Generally we give away the seedlings for free. Anyone who wants just tells us how many they want, we give them away for free. But then we're trying to work on also planting these things. So right now we are supposed to meet up with the chief next year somewhere in Central Province, where we're going to go plant some of these trees and give them to the chief. That'll be a change for the tamarind. Then we're also going to try to plant 1,000 baobabs. So these are the baobabs that remained from this year's giveaway. Baobabs, I'd hoped to have thousands, but then they are easy to grow. They're difficult and easy to grow at the same time. So it was a bit of a learning curve issues. A lot of them died, a lot of them germinated. So this is what has remained. There's maybe 1 or 2 dozen here, or 3 dozen, maybe 4 dozen. So this is what has remained from the initial batch. So this is what we're going to give away and plant. The plan is to plant 1,000 baobabs, 100 in each province across Zambia. Then for tamarind, we don't know how many hundreds or thousands we can plant across the country. Now let's get to talking about why there's a donation drive this time around. So one of them is we want to do away with this type of seedling bag. This is a plastic seedling bag, and I mean, at the end of the day, you're doing some environmental stuff, and then you're creating environmental waste that doesn't degrade. So most of these seedling bags, we need to move to biodegradable type, which is the woven type. It's made out of some fabric and stuff. So no more plastic seedling bags next year for this particular project. So that's one. Now let's go with reason number 2. So reason number 2, we need to get quite a good number of seedling trays again. So I still have a lot. There's this batch here, which we had to weigh them down so that they can straighten out. There's this other batch here, we had to weigh them down to straighten out. Then we've got these batches here which are deformed and all. And I'll take you to see the other batch of seedling trays that have remained. And these are some of the other dozens and dozens of seedling trays that remained. So we also need to get new seedling trays that have bigger spaces so that the seedlings have enough room and space to grow without we had a number of issues because there were too many too close together, and we're having issues of root rot, we're having issues of disease setting in and all that stuff. So we want to just literally try to do things a little bit better. Now reason number 3, we need growing medium. So this is the growing medium that we used. It's non-biological, so this is artificial growing medium. So now again it comes to the thing that I'm trying to do some environmental work, and then I'm generating quite a bit of non-biodegradable waste. So we're talking about things like microplastics in those black seedling bags. We're talking about maybe some microplastic or other material in these growing medium that I was using. So we need biodegradable growing medium. So there are a number of options which are there. We can either purchase or we can make our own. That comes at a cost. So that's reason number 3. Reason number 4 is the place I do my seedling, where I grow my seedlings. So this was, it used to be a parking bay or something, but I converted it into my seedling nursery. And I just use shade net around, and it serves its purpose, but it needs a lot of works to be done to grow greater quantity, manage the watering process and all. So here the dogs ripped a hole for me. So anyways, in here, basically some works need to be done to keep the seedling trays off the ground, because what happens is as the seedlings are growing, if they touch the ground, the roots take root in the ground. So now when you're trying to move the seedlings and plant them in the seedling bags, you find that now you have to pull them out of the ground, and then that stress can either kill the plant or take out quite a bit of energy, so the plants take a bit of time to recover. So what you really need is you need to make sure that the seedling trays are not close to the ground. And then again, it comes down to the thing that I am trying to do environmental work, so I cannot now start degrading the environment, maybe putting in some sort of structure here, because this is a temporary structure. So now if I started pouring concrete or doing stuff here, and then I'm done with the seedling project, it means that for it to return to nature will take a lot of time. So that's reason number 4. I need to modify my temporary seedling greenhouse to take in more seedling trays without altering the environment around it, and ensuring that I'll be able to water with minimal water wastage, minimal stress on the plants, and minimal environmental degradation. It's a small area, but nature is nature. Reason number 5, that's 5, black soil. So I got to the habit of getting black soil to plant the seedlings in the seedling bags. Now the thing with black soil is that you're going to another environment and destroying that environment to save or grow another environment. So each time you buy black soil, all that is simply doing is you're destroying a dambo environment, or you're destroying an area with a lot of clay soil where the black soil is found. So I want to stop doing that, having to buy black soil and destroy some environment to I'll feel good about doing my bit for the environment and giving away seedlings for planting trees and all, but at the end of the day I will be destroying the place where the black soil comes from. So that reason number 5, I want to stop getting black soil. So it's similar to, I'll need a growing medium to replace the black soil with, something that is made of biomatter that is not obtained by destroying some other environment. So that's something I want to do. So I'll probably have a different growing medium for the seedling bags and a different growing medium for different growing medium for the seedling trays and a different growing medium for the seedling bags. So I'll need to work out something which will allow the plants to grow and prosper while they are in their seedling bags. And then the other thing with black soil is that you can't see it now because we haven't had that much rains, but it's if you really want to bring invasive plant species to your garden, get black soil, because you don't know what plants are coming along with the black soil. You're there trying to increase your lawn and stuff like that, but then you end up having some really invasive plant species that you end up spending a fortune to get rid of. So that's my opinion. Now let's go to reason number 6. All right, reason number 6, the variety of plants has gone up. So here you've got my trademark tamarind. I'll ride and die with my tamarind. So tamarind, I got all these seeds from Mfowe. So this is a mix, this sack, that sack of tamarind, and then this sack of sausage tree flowers and seeds. So then there's also some monkey orange mahuluhulu in there. So I'm going to try to, all this you're seeing, this sack here of sausage fruit. That's for sausage fruit. Here you've got my usual tamarind, some more tamarind there. Here you've got some hardwood fruit species, tree species. There's mupapa and some others. This other one, this is one of the most beautiful seeds you can see. Some of these, just looking at them as an amateur, you can even wonder whether they have medicinal value or anything like that. So anyways, there's literally hundreds or thousands of potential seedlings out of these. So there'll be a lot more admin work in terms of growing them, categorizing them, monitoring them, and all of that. So this is an expansion from what I've done the 2 previous years, where I just grew seedlings, gave them away, and that was done out of pocket. And then also the past 2 years, business was relatively good. This year it hasn't been so good, and I think that's why I'm even a little bit late. But I thought the show must go on. I still have to do my seedling giveaway and all. So this one here in the plastic, I'm not too sure which seedlings, which seeds these ones are, whether they're tamarind or some other one. I don't think they're tamarind though. So all these really need to be categorized, grown, and distributed next year, as well as planted next year. So that's now reason number 6 for this. So that's that. So this one here, the monkey orange, I'm going to go sort it out. As usual, guys, I know I said I was going to sort out the mess here, but guys, it's been a really, really stressful period. A lot of things going on, but the show must go on. Working with plants keeps me a bit sane, even while I'm stressed. Now let's go and see the baobabs. Okay, so update on my 2 buckets of tamarind. Remember I said these I suspect are duds, and yes, I still suspect they're duds. The tamarinds, they had overstayed. I got them like way back, then they overstayed, and a lot of insects were eating the fruit and the seeds and stuff like that. So this might be 2 wasted batches, and I don't like how it's looking. So these 2, maybe nothing will happen, but I've still got my backups there. Meanwhile, the baobab. So the baobab, these, like I said last time, they've got life in them. I don't know if you'd be able to see what I can see. Let me try to zoom in. Okay. So I know it looks a bit gross and all that, but that's life that you're seeing. Life isn't always beautiful. It's great, but not always beautiful. So you've seen this one here. There's one somewhere there, which looks like it's possibly a dud. This one to the let me put it at the that one there, the bottom left of your screen. That one looks like it's possibly dying. This one here in the middle, that one looks very good. This one here, you can even see what look like veins. That's a very, very healthy baobab seed that's going to germinate. And these other ones still have their pulp. I'm still cleaning up the pulp and all. So the Operation Baobab, it's going well. So there are going to be literally hundreds of baobabs to be given away and planted. The plan is literally to plant 1,000 baobabs, guys. So, all right, I think that's about it. Oh yeah, so update on from last week's video, the baobabs are doing perfect. I don't think I've got any more baobabs to add there. This is what I'm going to work with. The 2 tamarinds that I planted, those 2 batches are duds. They're going to be discarded and all. I'm going to get the new batches there and plant. So possibly need some new equipment so that I can grow, plant, and all these other things. All right, so as I do the fundraiser, I know a lot of people, Zambia is a country with every single person you talk to has got a good or a great idea. Not everyone, but I mean, because I don't like stereotyping people, because a lot of times people generalize and all. But in Zambia, if you throw a stone at random, you're likely to hit someone who's got a very, very good idea. Whether that good idea is good or bad is another matter. So when I talk about this fundraiser, I know a lot of people will come and say, but Mr. Molos, have you considered partnering with A, B, C, D, E? The answer is yes, no, and it depends. So here's the thing. This is a hobby and it's a passion project. So now, sometimes if you go and approach organizations, all right, this is a 3-person, no, it's not a 3-person, it's a 5-person organization. Okay, I started alone when I was doing the planting. When I was doing the giveaway, if I asked a friend to come help me, and you know how it is. A friend comes, helps, and then he's like, you think he's gonna talk sense in you, and then he's like, your motivational speaker is like, we need to do this again next year. So that's how we did it again. So that was in 2023 January. He said we need to do this again next year. So 2024 January, I hooked up with him again. I did the planting. We went to do the distribution. I even spoke with Micma. Can I use your? We partnered with Micma. I asked them if we could use their East Park location to do the seedling distribution. They said sure, no problem. We had a blast there. While we're there, a friend of ours was passing. It was just passing, and it was like, okay, let me kill time with you guys. And he literally took over the show. So that's how we became three. Okay, I was with my daughter, so it could have been 3.5 or 4. So he took over the show. He was there. We were all in duster coats and stuff. He literally took over the show and took over the admin of everything. So he became our trustee. So while we're there, he's like a very, very social, outgoing guy and all. He managed to get us a gig at the Lusaka Golf Club to go and do another seedling distribution there. So that's how now the single became a duo, then became a trio. Then we ended up at Lusaka Golf Club, and while we were at Lusaka Golf Club and had a blast, that's how now we ended up making plans to go and do the seedling giveaway in Ndola, and that's how we found ourselves in Ndola, the trio, giving the seedlings away. But anyways, throughout all this, an organization was formed. It's got structure and all. It's got bank accounts. We're also applying to be a public benefit organization or a non-profit as a private company limited by guarantee. So anyway, the structure is there and all. But there's 2 employees. So there are 2 full-time employees. I'm there as well, not as a full-time employee. Okay, I'm a full-time employee. Anyways, so it's a long story. So there are 3 full-time employees, 2 trustees, and we've got structure and all. So the question comes in, why don't you partner with organizations? So a lot of organizations have their own programs and plans. So 2 banks, I won't name the banks, there's A and there's Z. These 2 banks are going to be planting 1 million trees. They've got their own methodology on how they're going to do it. So if we were to go there and try to partner with them, so now will they allow us to continue with the way we want to do things, or will we be incorporated or fused into the way they want to do things? This is hypothetically speaking, if they wanted to partner with us or they accepted to offer assistance to us. So will we remain independent, or will we be merged into their way of doing things and the likes? So will we lose our autonomy, or will we become a unit in the collective? So this is something that really I do think about. So yes, I would love to partner with a lot of corporates. Okay, we have partnered with corporates. Okay, so there's Micma, we've partnered with last year. We hope to partner with them, this year. Hope to partner with them next year. There's Lusaka Golf Club. I mean, obviously, we had a blast at the golf club, and I'm even going to take up golf. So we're going back to the golf club next year. Then there's the Urban Hotel at the Ndola Golf Club. We'll definitely have to go back again next year. Then later on, there's a group of companies. There's Fract, Spot On, and Polytra. So this company, they've contacted us and they said, okay, we would love to assist you in transporting your seedlings to 2 provinces or 3 provinces, Lusaka, Central, and Copperbelt. So we'll be able to transport seedlings to these 3 provinces. Now Zambia has got 10 provinces, so that's 3 out of 10, meaning that there are 7 other provinces that we still need to find partners to do our seedling distributions in and do our planting in. So we definitely do need partners. So I'm not saying that we don't need partners. I'm just saying that sometimes it's easier when you are approached than you do the approaching. You sort of have have a negotiating edge when you're approached, because you're able to be candid and all that stuff, and you're able to negotiate your point of view without having to do there's a standardized MO, like, oh, give us this proposal, give us this couple of decades worth of financial statements, all sorts of things. But if someone approaches you, say, we're interested in helping you do what you want to do, they won't be asking for a lot of extra admin costs money. So there is a thing that when you are approached, you are able to talk honestly, candidly, and get your point across and do what needs to be done in a mutually beneficial manner. That's my thinking. I may be wrong. Let me know in the comment section your views, thoughts, and all of that stuff. So anyways, so those are the 6 or 7 reasons that we are looking for funding this time around. So what are the funding options? One, so before I get into that, I need to state something. We are in Zambia. Zambia is in Southern Africa. So I know some people, some genius somewhere will come and say, hey, have you thought of starting a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe or anything like that? That's why I emphasized location. We are in Zambia, that is in Africa. Those things don't work here. They do work here if somebody who is in the US starts that fundraiser for us. We're not in the US. So, you know, there are a lot of laws, rules, regulations about fundraisers in the US and all that stuff. So we're not there. We can't start a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter or any of those other things in the US or EU or Western world while we're here in Zambia. It just won't work. So we have to use what works in Zambia. All right, and there are a lot of workarounds. Then the second thing, people will say, why don't you start a PayPal account for the non-profit? Again, I emphasize, we are in Zambia. You cannot start, most PayPal accounts in Zambia do not receive funds. And then you can also not register a non-profit in Zambia to be receiving funds via the PayPal donation. So that, I'm just getting this out of the way because a lot of people ask and offer some of these solutions that may not work. So what are the options to contribute, and what amounts are, okay, before that, what amounts are we looking at contributions? We understand times are hard, it's rough everywhere, so just looking for donations of $1 and above. $1 will go a long way in reducing the price needed to buy a bag of what you call this, growing medium, or producing our own growing medium, getting the seedling bags, the seedling trays, the labor, the works, and all that other stuff. So $1 or more is fine, guys. Okay, if you can do more than $1, that's perfect. If you can do $1, that's equally perfect. So what are the methods to contribute? So if you're in Zambia, you can get in touch, guys. We've got mobile money, Airtel, MTN, Zamtel, Kwacha, Indo Zambia. Okay, there are a lot of banks, guys. So there's Access Bank. Okay, let me start. There's a hobby I have is I'm a financialist analyst, and I do a lot of financial work. So I've got there are accounts with ABSA. The official account is with EcoBank and Zanaco for the organization. So if you're in Zambia and you want to do a EFT, electronic funds transfer, or cash deposit, you can use EcoBank or Zanaco. We'll leave the link, the account details in the link in the description, or you can just get in touch. They will go directly into the organization bank accounts. So if you don't want to transfer to EcoBank or to Zanaco, or you want to deposit cash in another bank or something like that, so there are options there. There's ABSA. A business I run has an account with ABSA. There's Access Bank. A business I run has an account with Access Bank. There's FNB. Two businesses I run have accounts with FNB. There is EcoBank. Okay, EcoBank, the non-profit, has account there, so we can skip EcoBank. There's Indo Zambia. A business I run has an account with Indo Zambia. There's Stanbic Bank. A business I run has an account with Stanbic. There's okay, I think that's about it for the businesses. But anyways, in case you want to use other banks and you don't mind depositing into a personal account, you can ask for the personal bank account details. So there's ABSA, Access, FNB, EcoBank, Indo Zambia, Stanbic, Stanchart, UBA, Zanaco. I may have missed a bank or two, but there's a whole host of other banks you can use. There's also mobile money, Airtel, MTN, Zamtel. You can also withdraw via Kazang or 543 consequences. So there are a lot of options. If you're in Zambia and you do want to chip in and all that stuff, you can always get in touch. Links in the description, contacts in the description, and the number showing there, that is for phone calls. It's a landline, guys. It's a landline. It's not mobile phone. That is for the one for calls. Then the other number is just for WhatsApp. It's not, you can just send a WhatsApp message or an SMS. All right. Yeah, so that's that if you're in Zambia. Now, if you're abroad, there are options. I think we are setting up a Zanaco electronic payment portal where you can pay by card, MasterCard and Visa. That one will be up and running. And when this video is updated, I'll leave the link in the description. Then there's also PayPal. Okay, so I said PayPal doesn't work in Zambia. So it's a personal PayPal account that's not Zambian registered. It's my PayPal account, not registered in Zambia. So it can receive PayPal funds and it can be withdrawn to Zambia. So I'm putting all this just being honest and transparent. So there's PayPal option. Then there's also international wire transfer. If you don't mind transferring to a Zambian bank account, that option is available. The account details can be availed on request, or they can be left in the link in the description. Then if you also want to contribute, if you are in the EU and you want to do a local IBAN transfer, so there's a Lithuanian bank account you can use, or there is a Swiss bank account you can use. So these are two platforms that I have reviewed in the past. I'll leave the details link in the description. Then what else is there? There's also cryptocurrency. So they've opened two wallets specifically for this. So there's a USDT TRC20 wallet. You can contribute to that. And there's also a BTC wallet. You can contribute to that. So these are specifically for this. So, you know, with blockchain, you can always monitor and see how much has gone into those wallets, so that you'll be able to see how much has actually been donated over time. And, you know, I can't come back and say, no, only $2 was donated via USDT or Bitcoin. You'll be able to say, no, Mr. Mulos, we checked the wallets and we checked in the blockchain and this is how much was actually donated. So anyways, possibly more donation options will be there. So guys, I've explained why the donation drive is going on. I've explained what the money is going to be used for, and I've explained everything that I can. If there's anything that I missed, let me know in the comment section. All right, and I'll update you next week. So this is update number 2. Then update number 3, we'll see how I'm going to sort and plant those ones there. Then I'm also going to talk to my contact in Mfuwe. I actually went to Mfuwe for work, and that's where I spoke to some people and got quite a number of seeds. If you want to know how Mfuwe is, it's a beautiful place, guys. It was a very, very fun-filled work trip. I'll try to talk about the trip and all in a future video. I took lots of photos, quite a number of videos, and truth be told, it's a beautiful place, but it's not exactly pocket friendly for locals. Okay, that's possibly because it was a trip for work, so I didn't foot the bill for that, but possibly there are local friendly pricing that could be there if you do your research and all. But anyways, I digress, guys. Anyways, let me know in the comment section what you think of the donation drive. Let me know any advice, tips and all you can have. And remember, guys, that there's a difference between opinions and advice. So please, as you're giving your opinion or your advice, take note of the two differences, because not all good ideas are good. Some are very, very bad ideas that sound good. All right. And also remember, little mistakes can cause big problems. I learned that the hard way quite a number of times this year. So as you're giving your tips, advice and life hacks on the donation drive and all, try to remember that everything has to be done in an economical and environmentally friendly manner. Anyways, I look forward to your comments, guys. I really do. Thanks and bye.